and welcome everybody to the EUSL Playoffs Week 1. For the first time in a hot minute, a pre-show this time around as well. We're going to have a little quiz where we're going to, as we always do at the end of the season, go through regular season statistics, kind of talk about it, see if anyone of our players know their way around what has happened this season, and see who's going to be basically just the smartest out of all of them, if we're being honest. Joining me for this quiz section at the beginning here is SMG. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Excited to watch and call some of the games for playoffs. I'm hyped.
Then joining us as well is Lego Peas. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for inviting me.
And lastly, Mr. Balls 441 himself. How's it going?
I'm doing great as well. I hope I get one question right.
Ooh, one question. You're high expectation. Also, for the people that are here, that are curious, All Stars voting has concluded as well. We'll announce that after the pre-show, though. So you have to wait a little bit, get some fun stats in, and then in the end, we'll see who got what award. But I think we can already basically go into it. Again, we have 15 questions that Swifty has prepared for us, the Generous Soul, and we're just gonna go through them. And no better way than, I feel like, just to start right now, which is with the first question. Which player has participated and finished 5th in every season of EUSL? So throughout all 4 seasons, finished 5th, so just in the position outside of playoffs. Is it Otta? Is it Lilith? Is it Yuki? Or is it Wood? You guys can now DM your answers to that, and once I have all of them locked in, we will go on to reveal the answer. Okay, answers are in, and we have 2 on Lila, 1 on Yuki. I don't think there's a lot of yap about, because this is really just a thing that you know or don't know, and it is Lilith. Very very skilled at choosing 5th place teams, with Pakalos season 1 losing out on tiebreakers, Retirement Home season 2 just barely having 1 loss, I think, 2 money, to not make it in. Season 3 then subbed for Obscura, who also, I think, failed to make it in the last week, and this season playing together with SMG on Vibe Check, not quite able to get there, but the historic streak is keeping up. In case there's another season, she knows what she's gonna go for. So SMG and Lucas, both of you get a point for that one. Congratulations. And again, not a lot of extra yapping here. We can immediately move on to the second question. Which of these players both have not lost a single game this season? They need to have played at least 3 games, and keep in mind, this is talking about regular season. This is not talking about tiebreakers or anything later. Just during regular season, which of these players has not? Which of these 2 players have not lost a single game? Is it Kami and Shen? Is it Kami and Lego? Is it Shen and Lego? Or is it Shen and Lilith?
Oh.
Okay. You having a hard time with this one, Lucas?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. The other answers have already come in. Seem to be in agreement on that front already. So Lucas has sent it in as well. Lucas, you submitted Kami and Shen. Why?
I'm pretty sure we lost the map with Lego, so it can't be him. I think Lila lost the game against Cats, if I remember correctly. So I just went with Kami and Shen.
Damn, what a teammate you are. It's Shen and Lego.
This guy?
Both SMG and Shen
What?
are
He's so
correct.
stupid.
Wait,
Lego
we lost the
in
game with
twice.
Lego, no?
You did not. You subbed them in twice. You 2-0'd both times. You 2-0'd
Yeah,
Ross,
okay, I'm
and
fucking
you
stupid,
2-0'd
I guess.
Well, with that,
Um.
points to Lego, who obviously gets that right because he knows it himself. And SMG, so SMG goes into the lead with 2 points, as compared to Lego and Lucas now both sitting on 1. And yeah, they have Lucas. Damn.
Didn't we lose on Amy's app?
No, we won.
I think you're
Fuck.
probably confusing scrims or something as well. Like, it's very possible.
Must be.
Going into the third question, which team got the least KOs in total across the regular season? Is it Lockdown? Is it Vibe Check? Is it Blobgap? Or is it Turkey's Cats? Okay, 3 answers have come in. We have 2 of them going towards Turkey's Cats and 1 of them going towards Blobgap. Would you guys believe me if I said all of you guys are wrong?
Jeez.
I would
So-
believe it.
so-
I was thinking about Vibe Check.
No, see, the thing is, there's a certain team that's not necessarily known for playing aggressive.
Oh no!
So, if you look at the regular season KOs that have been played, the highest KO team out of these 4 is Blobgap with 170. After them follow Vibe Check with 148. Third place is Turkey's Cats with 98. And last place is Lockdown with 97. So Lockdown actually least
You guys
amount of
suck.
KOs. You want to know the funny thing that I want to have as a side note as well? If you look at the stats as well, the team stats, we have the
It's shit in
lowest
common.
amount of KOs, but we share similar damage to boss. So we're just doing something
No.
wrong. Like something ain't adding up in that front. But yeah, it is Lockdown, so no points to anyone this time around, which means we can just immediately skip ahead to the next question. Which striker has the highest assists per 10 minutes? Is it Luna, Vice, Finny, or Mako? One of the more statistical, nerdy questions. See if you guys can get into it as well. Keep in mind, this is a per 10 minute stats, which means it can be a bit, you know, swayed 1 or 2 ways depending on amount of playing time. But you'll see the answers as they're gonna come in. Also, I just realized I should have prepared my notes a little bit better because I'm tabbing around way too much right now, but you live and you learn.
This is a tricky
Oh.
one.
Do you get an assist for Mako speed? Does someone know?
No shot. There's no way.
Well, you gotta make up your mind if you do or you don't. Okay, 3 answers have come in now, and 3 different ones have come in. So SMG says Luna, Lucas says Vice, and Lego Piece is the only person who got it correct. It is Mako. So he's gonna be the only one getting points here. Lego, what was the thought process behind going Mako? What screamed Mako to you in terms of assists, especially considering that we haven't seen her being played a lot this season?
Because she wasn't played a lot, that means she could have a lot of assists per 10 minutes. And I was just guessing that the Mako speed is giving assists. That's all.
Yeah,
Really
I don't
guessing.
know about that one. I don't know. It
He's
could be true.
unpunished.
It could be true.
I mean, Mako
Yeah.
only has 1 game, right? So
He said 2 + 2 = 5 and got the answer right, guys. I mean, this is not real.
Plot armor.
He got a point and you didn't. So ultimately, I think, you know, that's just how the game
rigged.
goes. Okay, but Lego Piece now catching up to SMG again. Tally up the point totals at this point. SMG and Lego Piece both on 2 points. Lucas on 1 point. As we're gonna go into the 5th question. This one is one of my favorite questions to look at every time each season, and it's the following: these strikers have 100% pick rate of their goalie gear. Which one is incorrect? Eject Button Juno, Strike Shot Atlas, Strike Shot Drakkar, or Momentum Boots Era. So to rephrase this as well, out of all of these answers, 3 of them have only ever been played with only that gear. 1 of them had at least 1 game on a different gear. Which of these options is the one that isn't just been purely played with their gear that they've been written up for here?
wait, is this USA as well?
Only EUSL.
Okay.
All of these questions are only in reference to EUSL. Okay, we have the answers coming in again. And we have 2 of them going towards the Strike Shot Atlas, that is Lego Piece and SMG, and one of them being a Momentum Boots era. Lucas, why the Momentum Boots era? What other gear do you think might have come up?
Who the fuck plays anything else but Momentum Boots on Era? Because it's just goalie gear. If it was like midfield as well, sure, but what
Well,
else do you
yeah.
play on Era?
But-
Yeah.
So you're saying Momentum Boots era has only been played with Momentum Boots era?
Wait.
I think
Net,
you
yeah.
can understand the question.
Okay, unlucky.
Because the correct answer is Strike Shot Atlas.
Oh! Guy, reading is hard. Reading is hard.
That's
unlucky.
why I tried to explain
Reading
it
is hard.
again as we're going through it, because it's a bit difficult to understand. But yeah, it is Strike Shot Atlas that has not been purely played. We had 29 games of Strike Shot Atlas and 2 games of Momentum Boots. Don't ask me who played them. I didn't look that up. My guess would be like Yodes or Alex, maybe.
I thought my goalie might have played it. I wasn't sure, but she likes mum boots sometimes. But I wasn't sure. It's a tricky one.
But Eject One Juno has only ever been played. Strike Shot Records only had Strike Shot. Momentum Boots era. I'm a bit surprised. Now that I understand you misunderstood the question, it makes sense to me. I was a bit surprised you gave me that answer because we've only had 2 era games the whole season in goal. So I would be surprised, wouldn't have been surprised if any one of you told me, wait, era was even played in the first place. So yeah, but SMG Lego get a point there, so both of them now on 3 points with Lucas on 1 point. You gotta step it up, brother. Falling behind.
I said I want 1 at the beginning.
Oh, so you're done already.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Okay, next question. This is question number 6. Which player has the most series MVPs throughout the regular season? Is it Venom Yami? Is it Alex? Is it Yodsman? Or is it Siphon? Okay. Answer trickling in, and we have everyone in agreement that it must have been a Voss player. Lucas and Lego both going for Venom, SMG going for Alex. SMG, why did you go away from the Venom pick as opposed to your competitors here?
So honestly, at first I was like, the Alex pick is bait, and I was gonna go Siphon, but then I thought like, I don't know, I just couldn't remember. Like, I feel like you guys' MVP voting is kind of usually split, so I was like, maybe it's a double trick, and actually it's just Alex, you know.
You thinking I might get into your head a little bit. Yeah, I think you're just playing the game a little bit too heavily because it was Venom. Venom
How? He sucks.
Venom got a total of 4.33 repeating MVPs. Every single member of Voss has a 0.33 repeating MVP vote because there was one series where all of them just got the same amount of votes. Then Alex is actually the one with the least MVP votes. He only has 2.3 repeating, and Yodes and Siphon both are sitting on 3 series MVPs. So the answer is Venom, and with that, Lego Piece is going to go into the lead, gaining his 4th point, and Lucas finally doubling his points from 1 to 2. Congratulations, I'm proud of you. You did so well.
I mean, reading the question makes it pretty easy, I can't lie.
It does help, it really does. It's a crazy concept, I understand, but... Okay, we're gonna go back into, again, characters that are just popular across the field. Which striker was picked by the most players? Is it Asher, is it Juno, is it Estelle, or is it Kai? So by the most different amount. Not which character's been played the most, but which character was just picked by the most people across the field. Okay, answers are in. We have, again, a 2-1 split. We have Lego Piece and Lucas going for the Kai and SMG opting for the Estelle. Yet again, SMG, I'm going to be asking you why the Estelle over the Kai here.
Does that mean I got it wrong? I just thought, like, like, I was thinking both of them are kind of flex picks, kind of stuff, but I felt like, one, there are a few Estelle goalie players, And I just thought like subs as well, player style, like it felt like that character was just in every game. I don't know, more than Kai was. So
Oh
Well,
wait, I didn't think about subs.
Well, I love that I gave you that paranoia already, because that's exactly why I picked you, because it is Estelle. You are correct. You're getting your 4th point. Estelle has been played by 14 different players across the league. A mixture of various midfielders and subs, and also some goalies that have played it occasionally. After that, Asher actually has 13 different players, so Asher was in 2nd place. Juno coming in 3rd with 11, and Kai down to 10. I think Kai really suffers from the change up in meta, I feel like, or just generally the change up in European meta. I feel like Kai has fallen off considerably in the last few months for most of our teams, so he just wasn't really as popular anymore. But 10 is still not nothing, but Blue SMG will be getting this point, and we'll tie it up again with Lego for 1st place, both on 4 points now, as we're gonna go into question 8. So we've just crossed the halfway mark. Which of these maps was most picked as the decider, aka as Game 3? Is it Oni Village, Calarian Test Chamber, Taiko Temple, or Gates of Obscura?
yeah. Don't be sissy, man. These are good questions. Hard.
Okay, 2 answers are in. 3 questions answers are in. You guys love just doing this 2-1 thing. We have 2 Claimant Chambers and 1 Gates of Obscura pick, and yet again I'm going to highlight the person that's out of line here. Lego Piece, why did you go for Gates of Obscura over any other map here?
So my thought process was Taiko is like closed map, corner heavy, and Oni is open map, and usually I think people will pick one closed, one open map as their first 2 games, and the decider will be either Clarion or Gates or other map.
So just something a bit more fucky towards the end, something that you're not necessarily gonna put into a specific category, or also not something that I think a lot of teams are prioing. I think we have a few teams that like playing it, but I don't think we have anyone that would round 1 it, and that way of thinking rewarded it for you. Gates of Obscura is the correct answer, so Lego Piece is going to go up to 5 points out of 8 questions, by the way. That means he's only gotten 3 wrong so far. My goat. We have Oni, obviously, with the least amount of deciding games, as it's only been in the rotation for half of the regular season with 3. Clarion comes next with 5, Taiko with 6, and Gates with 8 games, where it did fall down to the decider. So very, very common for Gates to fall all the way down there. So good job on that, as we are going to go into question number 9. Which player has the highest saves per 10 minutes? Is it Yodsman? Is it Atta? Is it myself, Sloth? Or is it Nero? Come on, Lucas, keep typing. I know you got an answer.
I was unsure I want to send it, man.
Okay. So we have 2 Attas, and Lucas ended up going for Yodsman. This time around, I don't have to hone into anyone, because unfortunately for you guys, all of those are wrong. It's actually myself. I am on the highest out of these options. If we're looking league-wide, including substitutes, it's actually Imac who has the most. But it is in order from top to bottom from the answers that you see here. It's myself with 37.5 per 10. Atta was a close second with 37.4. Then Yodsman with 36.6. And then, what was the last action? It was Nero. Nero is then Actually, between Yodes and Nero, Alex slots in with 35.6 and then Nero with 31.1. So it's a very small
My
margin.
goalie sucks. Damn.
I lost by 0.1, dude.
My
0.1.
goalie is some
It's a
ass. What
game,
the
and
fuck?
It don't matter ultimately, SMG, because all of you got it wrong, which is a fair enough point. But that means we can immediately move on to question number 10. So we're moving towards the end. This one is, again, another statistics one. Which striker has the highest shots per 10 minutes? Is it Now, Rune, Octavia, or Estelle? Okay, for the first time in a while, we have 3 differing answers. SMG coming through with the Rune Lego piece, going for the Estelle, and Lucas going for the Octavia. Lucas, I haven't had you gap in a hot minute. Why is it Octavia? Do elaborate.
I mean, it's Octavia. She kind of just farms shots by striking it into the goalie box.
Yeah,
And
you would know
I've played
something about that, huh?
Octavia. I've played Octavia, and there might be someone who is hella inflated with shots. So I think it's Octavia.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, no, you are correct. It is Octavia. Octavia also being helped a bit, as she wasn't necessarily played as much, I think, as the others. She started coming into the meta a bit more towards the end of the season, but ultimately she already had too much game time to really compete with Octavia. Still had every once in a while an appearance, and obviously Octavia core chase the Lux character. You're just gonna run after your core. You're gonna ping pong with the goalie as well if it keeps up their speed. So Lucas getting his 3rd point here. Again, reminder, this was question 10. We have 5 more to go, and we have Lego Piece in the league right now with 5 points, SMG second with 4, and Lucas with 3, so it's still anyone's game as long as you can close out these last few questions correctly. Last one that is going to be stat dependent in this way. Which player has the highest damage per 10 minutes? Is it Screamhouse? Is it Scythen? Is it Ivy? Or is it Yuki? Okay, and not a lot to talk about there because all 3 of you got it right. It is Screamhouse who is leading that category in terms of damage. Obviously, Voss having their game plan, playing to perfection as well, and that is also to be seen in the statistics there. Going into the damage, you have first place is Screamhouse with around 17,500 damage per 10 minutes played, and we're dropping off fast after that. Next one would be Brock, which is another Voss forward with 16.5, and then Ivy, who's the next answer choice on the sheet here, sitting at 15,000. So there's a 2,500 damage per 10 minutes difference there. So all of you got that correct. All of you saw that trend, and all of you will be getting a point. It doesn't change anything for your standings compared to each other, though, going into question 12. And this one is more specific. We've had a lot of close series across the season. We've up until week 8, we even had a possibility of all 4 teams going into a complete tie against each other. So the question here is, what is the only matchup which went to game 3 in both series out of this selection? Is it Voss versus Card? Is it Voss versus Lockdown? Is it Lockdown versus Blob? Or is it Blobgap versus Wildcards? Okay, answers are in. We have 2 of them saying it's Lockdown versus Blob, and 1 being Blob versus Wildcards. The answer here is Lockdown versus Blob, being the only one going to game 3 both of the times. Every single other matchup here has at least had a 2-0. Lucas, remind me, for the Blob vs. Card series, did you guys... Who 2-0'd who there? Because I actually just
We
forgot.
2-0'd Voss with Lego.
No, Blobgap. You guys against
Um,
Blobcat. I don't remember if you got 2-0'd or you 2-0'd them. I'm not sure. That's just from my own knowledge.
they
But-
2-0'd us,
Damn.
I think. I'm pretty sure at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think that's why the fucking 4-way tie died as well.
Oh yeah, true. That is why it died actually, because you would have had to win that, and then we would have had to beat Voss in the last week. Okay.
It
but
had
that-
to be lock anyway. Game
that-
3 merchants.
That it's gonna make it more interesting though, because actually Lego Piece is the one that didn't get that correct, so that gives SMG and Lucas a point, meaning SMG and Lego Piece are now tied for first with 6 points, and then Lucas is sitting in second, or I guess third place, with 5 points. So with 3 questions left, it's just 1 point in it at this point. And I feel like the questions from this point onward, I personally really like them. I think this one is one that I really like, because if you know this, hey, you know what? Fair enough. What was the smallest time difference between 2 games in the same series this season? Was it just 1 second, 2 seconds, 4 seconds, or 5 seconds? This is specifically in reference to the endgame screen where you see how long a game lasted. And we've had 2 games happen within the same series that were only seconds apart from each other finishing. So this one might be a bit RNG. I'll admit it. But it's just a funny little statistic, and I'm just curious to see if you could maybe guess it. Okay, 2 of you going for 4 seconds, and Lucas being the only one to go for 1 second. Lucas, do you think we've had it this perfect that we had a 1 second difference? Oh, I just realized I wrote seconds with 1. I'm smart. What do you
Well, I mean,
go on.
my only reason is you said it's funny,
Yeah.
so I was hoping it's 1, and that's all I went off.
Okay, you know what? That's fair enough. Well, it's funny that it's close, but unfortunately none of you got it right, which again, fair enough. Bit of a bullshit question, but I like it because it's just funny. It was 5 seconds. More specifically, it was between in week 9, Lockdown versus Cats. Game 1 ended up lasting 12 minutes and 39 seconds, and Game 2 ended up lasting 12 minutes and 34 seconds. So both of these series games being basically the same length. But unfortunately for you guys, no points, so we're going into the last 2 questions with, again, no one really taking the clear lead. Another one of my favorite questions. We'll see how much attention you've paid to the season during the season. How many different subs have played for their teams this season? Was it 7, 9, 10, or 12 subs that got to see game time this season?
Dude, I remember this question from. I feel like this was in the
think
last
we had
quiz I had on.
We had it in the
season.
last one already, but I just like it as well, so like no harm in putting it in again.
No, it's a good question, but there's so much
Yeah, like
mental tracking.
100%. Especially now with a longer season as well, more games to consider, right? Okay, 2 answers are in. So far in agreement there. And now the last one coming in. All 3 of you ended up going for 9, which is actually the correct answer. Congrats.
Guys,
How did
we're
all of
so
you get
good
it?
at the
Did you-
game.
Okay, so
I mean, I counted.
I want
like, I
to
think I'm
go down
correct.
the list. Be honest. Who have you guessed? Who have you counted?
I counted.
I count.
I guessed.
Okay, good guess, Lego. So, Lucas SMG, how about if you guys counted? That means you should have a list then, right? Like, you should know. How about you go back and forth
Yeah.
and just tell me all of the subs that I've played this season?
Okay,
Sure,
sure.
brag.
Lila,
Shen.
Kami,
Whistle.
Immaculator.
Lego.
Damn, that's gonna be my next one. Kitty Bagel.
Lila.
Already said.
I already said Lila.
Oh.
It's the last one.
Wait, who did?
Din.
Din?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then. All right. Yeah, those are all the 9 subs. I'm surprised you guys got that, actually. What? You guys are fucking nerds. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think I casted like every game where it wasn't Lila subbing. So
Okay, well, if all of you get the point again, it doesn't change much. I'll be honest, I forget if I've given you the point this round already, but the dynamics still are the same. SMG and Lego Piece in first place on even points. Lucas just 1 point behind. And we only have one question left. So actually, if you guys want to show the power of friendship, you just let Lucas get this one correct, Lego and SMG get it wrong, and then all of you win.
yeah,
But
Lego,
this
I'm
one-
down for that. Yeah.
Let's see. I
Nice,
don't
be
know if I trust
nice.
you.
And this is going to be the last question. What was the most common starter awakening this season? Was
Right.
it Hot Shot, Among Titans, Bulk Up, or Heavy Impact? So again, another question that you probably just
Like
have
just
to
that
feel
showed up, or that was picked
out.
as a
As a
starter?
starter awakening. So has shown up as a starter awakening.
Dude.
I mean, if you notice, you are a nerd. I said
Bro, how?
You just counted every single sub that has played across the span of 3
There's 6 teams, bro. Like,
yeah.
dude.
Okay. Lucas, waiting on your answer. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a bit of a difficult question. We have 2 of you going for bulk up and Lucas going for heavy impact. So the layup
Hey,
was
we did the
there for
thing.
Lucas to take it home, but it ended up being Hot Shot. Hot Shot being the
Oh.
only awakening that has appeared 10 times as a starter awakening during the season. All the other awakenings have appeared 8 times. So unfortunately for you, Lucas, no matter which way we twist this, you're gonna be last. Lego SMG, you guys are tied right now. I don't know. Do you wanna go home shared victor, or do you guys wanna
No, we want a tiebreaker.
you want a tiebreak?
EU
Okay,
style.
I'm down. I'm down.
Can I
didn't prepare
participate
for a
as well?
tiebreaker. Let me see.
Oh,
Winner takes all.
Put me on the spot.
yeah, very well on the spot. Guys, while he thinks of something,
Okay, no,
predictions? Oh, okay.
I got it. Wait,
Okay.
let me look at the funny numbers really quick and see if there's something I
Oh
can
no.
take out.
Can we add some skill into this question, please? Like,
Some
guess the
skill.
awakening. Yeah,
How fast do you think I can
we
prepare
just
that?
show the
What?
knowledge diff. Hey, it used to be something, you know. I don't want Lego Piece to luck his way into the victory again. Just
Even
saying.
if that was a skill based, I will guess it. Don't worry.
I'm gonna tentatively towards Swiftsy and hope maybe he can come up with something on the spot as I'm scrolling through these statistics. Actually, I'm
Okay,
gonna
well-
make it. I have an idea. I'm gonna make it an open-ended question. I'm not gonna give you answers,
Oh, God.
but it's going to be the following. Excluding Mako, which striker has been played by the least amount of players across the season? I'm excluding Mako because Mako has only ever seen 1 game, and that was on Venom. Don't ask me why or how. But every other striker has been played by several different people. So excluding Mako, which striker has the least amount of people playing?
Winner takes all.
That was an
right?
easy question. All of you got arrow. What the fuck?
Yeah, winner takes all. We are all tied now. W.
It's fine. Swifty said he got something. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait until that's
Yeah.
timed out.
I was just thinking, like, I remember, like, Sheb. I think my goalie was like the only, like, Miriam was the only one playing Era, and then I don't think we played it once in the season, and I didn't think anyone else ever played her in the midfield.
No, I
so-
think you guys played it once, right?
Did we play it?
and
I
then-
mean, maybe we played
Yeah,
it
you
once.
played it.
I,
because
yeah, I
there's-
remember
there's-
flaming you for Rasmus Era, and then
There's-
Sloth played it. No.
There's 3 players that have played
Oh.
Era this season. It was myself twice in net, lost both of the times. Guys, Era goalie's dead. Don't try.
Oh wait,
anymore.
Yuki played it.
And it was Lila once when she subbed for you guys. Presumably played in the midfield, unless she subbed her in goal. I'm not sure about that. Any of you
No.
just
And
Yuki,
coincidentally know who
right?
the third person was that played
It's
Arrow?
Yuki.
I
Yuki
thought it was
played in
it would be
midfield
Yuki.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't
Yuki.
remember all this. It's not Yuki?
I'm
So
pretty sure
Lucas
it's-
blamed me for fun. Okay.
No, I swear you guys played with Era midfield. Yuki
that
played
could
it.
be
You
Wait,
that
were
who
was
is-
Christmas.
subbing, no?
No, that was Yuki as well. Yuki played it. I'm pretty sure.
As per stats, it's not in there. But either way.
Oh.
I know Swifty's cooking up a banger though because they've been typing for a hot minute and now I'm worried.
Yeah, look, Venom says it as well.
Wait, do you know which series that was, coincidentally?
No.
Okay, we have
No
a
clue.
question. Which of these strikers does not have a single game with Siphoning Wand? Is it Vice, is it Centauro, is it Luna, or is it Amy? SMG's deep in his bag.
Dude, like
He's-
I feel like the Luna has to be bait, no? Like
I mean, I know who played Vice with
Yeah, well,
Wand.
it
I
is-
can
it
tell
is
you
Luna.
that.
All three of you got it correct again.
okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I thought it was bait. Like, I was thinking it has to be bait.
You know
no.
what? You know what? I got it. Open-ended question again. Which map was banned the most? Let's make it simple. Most banned map. Out of the entire pool.
Oh.
Okay, well, Lucas, I want to be nice, but there's no really point waiting on you anymore because you've already lost. Okay, two of you guys have gone for Inkies and SMGs. The only one to get it correct, it is Autzen. Inkies
Yes.
is a
Oh, yeah,
correct
fair
way
enough.
to think about it, but keep in mind, Inkies wasn't in the map rotation for the first half of the season, so less games where it could be banned.
You think I remember that? I just lost every game in the first week. Or like first half. No way, I remember that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But with that, SMG wins the tiebreaker in the end. We do get to a close as we're already a bit over schedule. So congratulations, SMG for winning with 8 points. Lego Piece, good effort as well with second place on 7 points. And Lucas, happy you've been here with 6. Anyways, we're going to send it into a small little break now so we can get everything ready for the announcement of the All-Star thingamajigs. English is hard sometimes, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you again soon. Okay, a bit of a blank screen because I'm going to be showing you funny images right now because we have our All-Stars, we have our awards that we're going to be handing out. Obviously, we have had a beautiful season with a lot of good showings, and we're going to go through it in a bit of a mixed order to what you're used to. So usually what we would end up doing is go through all the teams and then the individual awards, but we're going to skip back and forth a little bit. So what we're going to be showing first is going to be the best substitute. We're going to start with that one, move into All-Star Team 3, then move into Rookie of the Year, go into All-Star Team 2, go into Most Improved, then into Team 1, then into the season MVP, and at the end, we're going to be showing the records that have been broken. And as not to waste too much more time, we're just going to start directly with the best substitute. And the best substitute goes to I think, no one's surprise, Lego Piece 98989, are the player that just barely got out of the just barely didn't win out on our little pre-show section here. Obviously an excellent player, coming through, fitting into that wildcard system so perfectly and just able to perform to that level that was required. Being able to get all of those stats going for himself, and most importantly, coming in clutch in a very season-defining series against Voss. Keep in mind, if Wildcards did not get that 2-0 victory over Voss, they would not have been able to get into that 3rd seed position. They would have just gotten 4th seed directly, and also just for morale and momentum, it was an absolute huge performance. And additionally as well, played 2 series. Both of those series was a 2-0. In both of those series, he was the series MVP as well. So an absolute excellent showing from Lego Piece, coming in as a super sub for Wildcards this time around. So, as we're now jumping back and forth, what we're going to look at next is the All-Star Team 3. Again, All-Star voting this time around was very intriguing to follow and very interesting to follow, especially because it was very close. There were a few roles where we're literally talking like just 1 point apart from each other. But I don't think I need to talk about it a lot more, and I'm just going to show you who the Team 3 is. It is Nero in net, Giovanni in midfield, and Scream Elves making his way into that forward position for the All-Star Team 3. As to not spoil further results down the line, between the 3rd place goalie Nero and the 4th place goalie off the list, it's just 1 point. So Nero on 28 points, 27 points, and the person below. For midfield, there was a bit more of a clearer gap from Geo's 30 to Lucas I'm smart. From Geo 30 to 4th place and 16th, and same thing with Brawler, Scream Elves with 32 down to 4th place is 30. So overall, really close voting, but in the end, this is how it panned out. And obviously, all of these players being in the playoffs and playing today, so we're going to see how they're going to be thriving as well, having had all of their moments. So congratulations to the 3rd team. Going back to the individual awards again, we're going to go to Rookie of the Season. We didn't have as many rookies this time around as we did in previous seasons, mainly just because people have been in the league longer. But that doesn't necessarily mean that our rookies have gotten worse in any way, shape, or form. And Rookie of the Season ended up going towards yet another Wildcards member, Ivory Lies. Ivy winning Rookie of the Season, just 1 point above Yodsman. Being able to take that home again, works excellently in that system. A player that we've seen little of in the last season in EUSL, coming through, committing to a team full time, and just shining in that position. You can look at her stats as well. You see the system that Wildcards has developed, and it just works in her favor perfectly, because we're looking at 3rd in KOs per 10, we're looking at 3rd in damage per 10, we're looking at 8th in orbs per 10. Huge orbs enjoyer on that front. So Ivy obviously getting that best rookie award. The other players on that ballot being, again, Yodsman, who was just 1 point behind, and Scream Elves, who also got quite a good amount of votes all allocated to himself. But in the end, it is Ivy who takes that one home. Going into now back to the All-Star teams, All-Star Team 2 is a little bit less exciting for me, because what I really like about All-Star teams is when you see like the what-if teams, you know, like, oh, what if this player played with that team, and what if this player played with that player, and yeah, that doesn't really apply here because it's just the entirety of Blobgap. Yodsman sitting in that second All-Star team with 29 points, Zar Heinef being in that midfielder position with 42 points, and Cookies being the forward with 33 points. Again, here, point-wise, we have just very close ones in the end, right? Yeah, keep in mind, Yodsman is sitting on 29 points. Nero before him was on 28. Fourth place goalie was on 27 before them. Same thing with the brawler position here. Cookies ended up just having 1 more point than Elves, and only 3 more points more than fourth place. Zar was a bit more midfield. I think has been a bit more determined, a bit more clear in that front. But overall, just again, a sign towards the league and all of our players just improving and being more competitive all around. But Blobgap here sitting neatly in that second team position. Congratulations to you guys. Going back to the individual awards, we have our most improved player, the player that has shown the most and shined the most as well across the season compared to what you would have been expecting from them. And I feel like it's not really a huge surprise, but it's also still a little bit of a surprise because the voting it was very tight. It was very tight. We have 4 people who are all pretty similar on points. You had 4 votes for Yotsman, you had 4 votes for Ivy, you had 5 votes for Nero, but in the end it ended up being Lucas, Mr. Balls himself, being the winner of most improved with 6 points, 6 votes going towards him. The points are low because it was just quite a bit of a spread. A lot of people have improved a lot this season, but Lucas was the one that has shown it the most. And we've already talked about it a little bit in the pre-show section. Core Hog Deluxe, like absolute dominance when it comes to anything statistical in terms of core control, be that assists, be that redirects, be that shots. Shots and redirects actually first across both the totals and the per 10 minutes for Lucas here. So incredibly impressive showing from him this season. And again, another individual award that ended up going to wildcards. So they're just doing something right there, you know, to wrap up all these points and all of these awards. But congratulations, Lucas, for the most improved. And we can immediately go to the All-Star Team 1. And I think with what you've seen already, you probably have a pretty decent idea already of who it's going to be. It is obviously going to be Alex in net, Venom in the midfield position, and Scythen sneaking his way into the first team for All-Star Team 1. This time around, points were a bit more clear. The first choices were all pretty clear, as you can see, like from Yodsman, second place, 29, to Alex, 59. I think that one was just a race that was long. That was 62, actually. My bad. So from Yodsman's 29 to Alex's 62. That's a race that was just lost already. Venom also having a pretty solid lead onto Zar, and Scythen having a pretty solid lead onto Cookies. All 3 of these players have outperformed their expectations, or to be fair, with some of them, there were already very high expectations. They just played to that level, but they ended up taking their team to that point and performing to a level where they are very much deserving of being called the best players in their role this season. And out of these 3 players, well, I mean, technically it could be someone else, but usually the MVP somewhere falls into the first team, right? And out of these 3 players, only one of them can end up being the MVP, and that MVP, I can now say, happily, is Scythen. Congratulations. I'm not sure if you're here to see it, but congratulations, you won MVP. You are the Season 4 MVP. Obviously, you having done so much for Lockdown's performance that was wavering across the season at differing levels, always being that constant stone and being the player that delivers and doing so many things across the field as well. Additionally as well, just having a lot of unorthodox picks as well, picking out something like a vice forward and just making it work. And not to mention, just again, obviously you're my teammate, so I'm going to glaze you a lot, but I think everyone across the league can recognize how well you have been playing and how well you have been doing. Statistically, also just across the board, really good. Everywhere, just relevant. And yeah, in terms of points, I feel like the MVP race, it really just came down to Scythen, Alex, and Venom. So the whole first team. I think the slightest downfall there for Alex and Venom was that people were not sure whether it was Alex or Venom that was deserving of that MVP position in the Voss team, because you have Venom with 4 votes, Alex with 5 votes, and Scythen with 7, which ended up just edging it for Scythen in the end. But 8 points. Again, I'm looking at the wrong table. Sorry, I had 8 points for Scythen, but Alex on 5 and Venom on 4. Congratulations for the season MVP. It is very much you're very much deserving of it. And the last bit that we're gonna have to talk about, something that we all expected to have just a lot of effort and a lot of like things that have happened. It's the records. We've had a format swap. We went from 7 series a season up to 10 series a season. So obviously a lot of records will be broken. And that's exactly what happened. We had a lot of records that were broken. We're going to start on the very left. Obviously, Yodsman taking over that record from Kitty Bagel last season for the most saves, now holding that for himself. Screamhouse being that executor for Voss, being able to get the most goals off of Zoe's hands and the most damage off of Yuki's hands. Again, a lot of these margins are going to be very big, so I'm not going to go into great detail for him. Mainly just because, again, we have more more games to play, so stats are going to add up more. Lucas, living up to his reputation of just being so core control heavy and so heavy on the core. Most assists, most shots, most redirects, all broken. Zara, Venom, and Kitty Bagel all losing their records respectively there. The one that I want to highlight here, take a closer look at shots. Yes, I know. Lucas, listen, I'll sit you down for a second. I know we have more games this season. We have 3 more series this season, okay? Like, you understand that. So it makes sense to me that we have more shots as well. How did you almost double Venom? Because you're like 70 off, I think, something like that, from doubling Venom's record from last season with just 3 series more. What are we doing? What, bro? Congratulations for taking over 3 records. Those are yours now. And the last one, obviously, Nero being the one to get most orbs, taking that off of Kitty Bagel as well. The one thing, and I want to celebrate all the records that have been broken, but what I really want to celebrate more is Zoe's record still stands, and it's not even close. Zoe's KO record for season 1 with 128 KOs still stands. Closest chaser this season was Scream Alfs with 98, which means Alfs would have needed 30 more KOs. And he played 3 more series than Zoe did season 1. I'm just starting to lose faith that number is ever gonna go. But I'm just excited that one still stands as well. But congratulations to everyone that has won an award this time around, everyone that made an all-star team, and everyone that was able to get themselves a new record here. That was the little section for the all-stars and the little announcements. Thank you very much for watching. We're gonna send it now into a little bit of a break, just to make sure everything's ready for the Lockdown versus Voss series. So don't go anywhere. We're also gonna be restarting the stream really quick, so we have the proper streamer showing the game as well. So if the stream disappears, give it a few seconds and just reload the page to make sure that everything's set for you. But we'll be right back with the EUSL playoffs that are going to be starting soon.